Hello everyone, my name's Ben and welcome back to my series. Today I have for you Spoose Invooders, which is inspired by the classic game Space Invaders. This was the final project for game architecture of my sophomore year. I worked on it as a team of two with one Stevie Ulfelder, who will be linked in the description if he wants that. To give a breakdown of the workload, we kind of had a hand in everything together, but Stevie worked mainly on the back end and the menus, while I focused primarily on the gameplay itself. I drew all the art in Photoshop, and I also implemented most of the sounds thanks to freesounds.org. This project was written in C++ using the SDL graphics library. Actually, a part of the assignment was to begin by porting our midterm from Allegro to SDL. This was to show that the graphics library had been properly encapsulated in the code following object-oriented programming techniques. Our graphics system abstracted the underlying graphics library, and so the rest of the program was none the wiser when we switched. Now in the options menu, you can turn the sound on or off, and you can also adjust the difficulty. The harder the difficulty, the faster enemies will move, and they will also fire their projectiles more frequently. But they will also reward you with more points, and at every multiple of 10,000, you'll be given another life. I'll be playing on normal. Back at the main menu here, we have New Game, which is self-explanatory, and also Resume, which will continue the previous game if you hadn't lost it, and this was implemented by Stevie using the Boost library. Alright, let's get into it. Just bear with me as I try to play and commentate at the same time. Now up there in the enemy phalanx, you can actually see all four enemy types represented. You've got the ones with a gray weapon like mine that fire just a basic projectile. You see the guy at the top right just dropped his bomb from his claw, and now it's just left open, which will become relevant later. And the yellow weapons fire 3 at a time. You see at the bottom left there was the laser, and that has a warning signal that it's about to fire. My favorite part about this version of Space Invaders is that when you kill a special type enemy, he'll actually drop his weapon. And now I can pick it up and use it. And you can see that the weapons will actually drop on top of the barriers. Now, something I want to show off with the claw enemies is that they can actually catch a bomb if you give it back to them. And hopefully I can play a round of pass here, if I'm lucky. If we're lucky. Nice. I got to pick it back up. But this time, oh well. Now as you're getting down to the end of a level, you want to be very careful about the laser invaders, because the fewer enemies on the screen, the faster they'll be moving, which means it can be impossible to outrun the laser. But at the same time, the faster the enemies are moving, the more effective the laser for you will be. Meaning you can take out 2 or 3 columns of fast-moving enemies. On a few more technical notes, another technique I used was the object pool, which reserves memory in heap for the maximum number of invaders at the start of the program. When beginning a new level, the program looks for unused invaders in memory and adds a pointer to that invader in the active vector. Also, I used a basic flyweight pattern, which draws a single animation for all of the active invaders at their positions to save memory. Then their individual weapon animations are drawn on top. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. I'm just going to end the video here by turning the difficulty to extreme and seeing how far I can get. And you can see when that bomb hit the barrier there, it actually dealt more damage to the barriers closer to the explosion. If I haven't pointed that out already. Ouch. And the game has no traditional ending, you just go until you get your high score. Damn, that can be tricky. That explosion happened to kill the one that was lower, but it couldn't save me from this other one. Come on. There we go. Now that's a chain reaction. And it got me another life. Ooh, close one. Need a laser for those last ones. Managed to get 2 columns. That's kind of the benefit of them having to move faster. In some ways, extreme difficulty, I guess, isn't as hard. Got another life. Close one. Probably shouldn't have given that bomb back to him. Alright, my goal is 40,000 points. I'm at 34 right now. Let's make it happen. Couldn't do it. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Live long and prosper.